guys have played Wisconsin once this season. Just where do you feel like your team has come since then? Because that was a big match for you guys in non-conference play that y'all had kind of been building towards, but it seems like you guys are a different. Just how are y'all different from then to now?
Yeah, I think we're playing a lot better volleyball than we were against Wisconsin back in preseason. I'd say more dynamic. We're extending rallies like longer and longer, making calm, simple touches. We're funneling the ball back to our defense pretty well with our block setups, and so yeah, I think just all around, like every single player has added some stuff to their skill set since we played Wisconsin last. So.
Yeah, just a better team, I would say. A lot of time has gone by since we played them the first time. And I feel like we've just done so much growing, like as a team and as a unit, whether it be like in the weight room during practice, like we've just grown so much. And I think that shows in our play the past couple of weeks.
You're going up to play in a pretty volleyball mad area. What's the excitement level and how much has some of the big games this season kind of prepared you for some of the crowds you might see?
Yeah, no, I'm so excited. It's known that like Nebraska isn't a huge fan of Wisconsin, and so hopefully, we'll have 10,000 Nebraska fans cheering for us against Wisconsin, which is just going to be insane. I mean, Gregory was an insane atmosphere, having all those Longhorns cheering against us, so I think that prepared us well. But no, I think we play well in those environments. Like we just feed off the energy and kind of play to that. So.
Yeah, I feel like we, as a team, definitely play better away. Like we just feed off of the environment that we're given. Me personally, I'm super excited to play in such a volleyball-oriented like place. I think the environment, like the intensity, like I feel like the air will be buzzing. Like I'm super excited to play.
Both of y'all have been in this program for a while. Just y'all know the volleyball that y'all are each capable of playing. Just seeing it come to fruition and seeing you punch the ticket to the Sweet 16. How rewarding is that, just the grind of the season and SEC play and all of that?
Yeah, I think it goes to show like how much work we've put in with each other, with the coaches during practice, just everything finally coming together. And like Jamie says, we're peaking at the right time. We're becoming the team that we say that we want to be.
Yeah, even just like there's been so much growth in this season, but just like since our freshman year, I think just seeing like volleyball aside, like how I think us and Ava have become like really awesome leaders to the rest of the team, and just how like this team has been able to work together and come together with transfers and stuff, but just seeing like in the past 3 years how cool it's been to see like us develop into more of a senior leader. So
yeah. Obviously, having played Wisconsin earlier in the season, it probably feels like ages ago now. And you're probably both walking into this as two different teams, but as far as what you know about them, what is it that they do well that y'all have to watch for come Friday?
I think that they're all around a very great team. I think their work and the way they play shows it. I also think that we as a team have developed and grown so much in like all aspects, defense, offense, serving. Like I think we've fired on all like fronts this season, and I think that all the work that we put in, like I think we'll be a completely different team come Friday.
Yeah, you hear the big names, Sarah Franklin, Anna Schmeck, like they're a really good volleyball team. Have some really dynamic, physical players, but I think the way that we practice, the way we train, we're set up to play a team just exactly like this. And so I know in the next few days we'll be back at work, but I think we put a lot of training into preparing for a match like this. So yeah, I think we'll be ready.
You two have become pillars of the program, but 2 years ago, y'all probably each had your own decisions whether to stay through the transition or, maybe look elsewhere. Just kind of in retrospect, what was it about what Jamie, because I'm sure every new coach that comes in is like, hey, we're going to turn things around, we're going to compete for championships, but what was it about what Jamie sold to you guys or what you had seen here that you guys stuck it out and now are, moving in this forward direction, getting back to the Sweet 16 for the first time in several years?
Yeah, I just know he had a plan, right? Like for like a next, 5-year, 10-year plan to build this program back to where it was, and that's exactly what I wanted. I'd grown up being an Aggie, so everything about this school I loved, but volleyball program wasn't, where I had hoped it to be, and so him coming in, I knew he had a plan to get it back to how it was in a winning program, and so I think just like trusting that plan and seeing it, come to fruition here. So.
Yeah, I think it just took a lot of trust, I'm sure, for me and for everybody else on the team that was here. Just a new coach, like with a new plan, like she'd said, just a new plan for the program. I think it took like a lot of trust, like saying, okay, like I want to stick it out. I trust you, you trust me, like let's get this program where we want it to go. So yeah, I think trust is just a really big word that we've just all implemented to him and it's coming to fruition, like she said.
Yeah, and I think when you guys came in, y'all had like one of, if not the highest recruited class in A&M history up there. Just and all of you guys are still here from that class, right? And just the age of transfer portal, and then of course a coaching change. Just how unique is it that all of you have stuck together and are now making kind of an impact here on this run?
Yeah, it was actually cool. We were on the plane
we
the
were
other
literally
day
talking about this
talking
the other day.
about how cool it was that like all 5 of us are still here.
Yeah.
And we had like a picture of us back from freshman year, like on our media day, just like looking back how much we've just grown as people. And getting all the addition. I mean, we now have 11 people in our
juniors,
class
yeah.
now. And so I don't know, just like it's been so cool to see us develop, but also like bringing in the transfers too and seeing the impact that they've been able to make as well has just been really awesome. So
Yeah, I think it's also been good that we were kind of like the original group and like everybody has just come and go like around us. But I think that stands like to what she said earlier is like people can look to us, like especially Logan, Ava, and I, for like leadership, for direction. I think that like it's a really good thing that all 5 of us are still here.
How much did last year's experience make it to the NCAA tournament, but then not getting the win, coming up short? How much did that experience kind of help and fuel you guys for this year?
Right. I think it definitely lit a fire under us, just showing us what we were capable of, like making it back to the tournament for the first time in such a long time. We didn't really get the outcome that we wanted, but I think it made us more hungry, like as a team and a program. Like, okay, we made it back to the tournament. Now let's like make a run. Okay, like let's make a run. Now let's make it to the Sweet 16. Let's like just keep going as long as we can. So I think that really set the tone for us, like for how he was saying earlier, how Jamie wanted the program to be moving forward. I think we're in the right direction.
I think we just knew we had a lot more left to give. We played such a good match against Texas and, like you said, fell short, but just knew that we had lots of work to do, but had the potential to, make a run, make a Sweet 16, hopefully Elite 8 and Final 4, on from there. So.
And then this past weekend, what does it say about your team, the way you guys were able to win these matches? Colorado State kind of pushing you guys to the brink, but able to come away with these really tight contests.
Yeah, both Colorado State and Arizona State were really good teams, like really physical. They were firing on all cylinders. So it wasn't easy, that's for sure. But, just the experience of getting pushed by those 2 teams is just just made us better in, preparation for this upcoming weekend. So
I agree. I feel like those 2 games were very tough games to win. They were must-win games. So, of course, it was very important to us that we were just playing like us and doing our job. But I think those 2 games really set us up for what's to come. I mean, we've been challenged defensively, offensively. So we kind of like know what to do from here.
Ifenna, just real quick, following up on both of you, but following up on Alex's question about Biden and kind of Jamie's vision and how rewarding was Saturday night in Tempe to get that win and all the things you guys have talked about. I know you're not done yet, but to get that Sweet 16 and punch that ticket, how rewarding was that?
Yeah, it was just the best feeling ever. I didn't even like know what to feel. It was just like Emily just aced that ball and I just like turned around and was like, oh my gosh, like guys, we did it. Like we did it. All the work that we put in, the time, the patience, the trust, everything had just it just finally just came out. Like it was just a roller coaster of emotions that night. And I'm sure it was for everybody pretty much.
You're 1 win away from tying the farthest the program has ever gone. How much, when you look at going into this game and any in the future, is it about kind of winning personally for this team, but then also kind of the history that comes along with it?
Yeah, making history would be awesome for sure, but it's also cool to see like the direction this program is going. Like you said, we made the tournament last year. Now we're going, 1-2 steps farther, see how far we can push. And it's also cool because like we know it's not happening overnight. Like it's not Jamie came in, first year head coach last year. We made significant strides from our freshman year. But I think it's just going to continue to be a journey, continue to be a process. But it's also cool that I think we're a part of the build, the rebuild, and like the core five that we're here. We've been here through it all, just the kind of ups and downs, and so that's cool too. Just to be a part of building something new, rather than just being a part of another winning team, another winning program. Being able to say that we're a part of building this team back up and this program back up to where it should be, is really, really awesome. So
Yeah, which is actually one of the reasons I wanted to come to a school like A&M. I wanted to be a part of a building process. So it didn't go that great, or it didn't go necessarily how I wanted my freshman year, but just that second chance my sophomore year. And with Jamie, it's just so crazy how everything works out. How she said I didn't really want a winning program. I wanted to be part of the reason the program became a winning program. So it's really great for me personally to just see that play out with this team.
With Wisconsin just being such a big powerhouse program, and Arizona State had only lost 2 games during this year, are y'all kind of taking an underdog approach to to maybe this game, and then continuing if y'all can even go deeper and make history?
Yeah, we played Wisconsin really closely. On the box score it says we got swept, but it doesn't feel like that at all. I think it was that second set was so close and we had it. So I don't know about underdog approach, but more just we made it this far, who can stop us now kind of thing. And so like we said, we have all the talent, we have all the skills. It's just hopefully we can piece it together this weekend and it'll come out on our side. So.
Yeah, for sure. Just to add on to that, if who else if not us? I really think just the record that we've kind of done all season. Yes, we came short the first time around, but if not, I just really feel if not, who else if not us, if anything. Yeah.
What is it about Jamie, since y'all have had, 2 different coaching staffs, what is it about him that stands out that is really the difference maker and has been the difference maker over these last 2 seasons?
Yeah, I think he just knows his volleyball. He knows his stuff. And so I think that's been cool to see the development of us and a lot of the other players. Just the kind of the cool training techniques he brings in and how he implements that with the other staff, and how, they've changed the training a little bit the past 2 years, and just how we've been able to develop. So
Yeah, I think another word that I've just continuously used is just trust. He knows his stuff, like she said. He has so many accolades from around the world showing he knows what he's talking about. So it's really easy just when he tells you to do something in practice or wants to show us a new way of doing something. It's easy to it might be uncomfortable or different at first, but it's definitely something if you continue to do it, it'll make sense. And that's what I think has been going on.
Yeah, I guess to that point too, Jamie doesn't have a stereotypical background in the college scene. I know he's been around, but a lot of international flair too. Just how long did it take to adjust to some of the different things that he did, and just the benefits that it's showing now?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was a huge adjustment, but I think for everyone it's a little bit different with the way he trains some of the things. But I think international experience is just great to bring back here. Yes, he didn't have a college head coaching job, but USA volleyball international experience is comparable to none. And so I think bringing that here, to the college scene has been really cool and obviously really successful for this team. So
yeah, I think just to add on to that, it really elevated our play of game. Like she said earlier, just extending rallies for longer, improving our serve receive game, our block defense, just on all aspects. Having him in as a coach has been really great.